Okay, so here's the problem you have. Basically, you have two parallel lines cut by another line, and you have four angles that are labeled. Now, you can see the way I've got this set up, you can already see they're all equal to each other. But how do you go ahead and prove that? So they give you some information. So that's the first thing you always put down is given, because this is given that 2 is equal to 3. So this angle and this angle, they tell you are equal to each other. There will be another rule that they give you that tells you this, but for right now they just give it to you. So then how do I prove that this one is equal to this one? That's the hard part. Well, somehow if I could prove that 1 and 2 are the same and 3 and 4 are the same, then I can use kind of a transitive property to say that 1 and 4 are the same. So that's why the second property or the second line should be 1 is congruent to 2. Right here, 1 and 2 are congruent. 3 and 4 are congruent because of vertical angles, the video that I just showed you. Right? You have two lines that cross. The angles across from each other are vertical angles. They are equal. All right, so now what? Well, I have 1 and 2 the same, but 2 and 3 are the same also, right? So that whole idea of substitution, if 2 and 3 are the same, I can use 2 or 3. So watch, I'm going to rewrite the first one and say that 1 is congruent to 2. It's still congruent to 2, but I'd rather say that 1 is congruent to 3. So 1 and 3 are the same. Now I can also say that 1 and 4 are the same because of transitive property. Transitive property says that if you have two things equal to the same thing, you can skip kind of the middleman. So like if I was writing it a different way, if I said A equals B and B equals C, then I can just skip the B part and I can just say that A equals C. And that's transitive property. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm saying that 3 is the same as 4, 1 is the same as 3, so 1 is the same as 4. And now you proved it. So this is transitive property, this was substitution, and this was your definition of vertical angles.